We definitely will.
All right, good evening and welcome to the first edition of Catching Up with the Boys, a Zoom series presented by Sam Hossack Media. Joining me now are three members of the Paris Mounties Junior C Hockey Club who are part of an 8-player trade today. First up, he used to look like Caillou, loves the game of hockey, and had one of the worst Instagram takeovers I have ever seen. Please welcome Kobe Rowe.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Wow.
I was the first guy to go, I think. I was just kind of
aggressive shots.
yeah. I'll start. Hopefully it gets better from here.
Second, coming from Hossack Beach, where he takes girls to the beach for sunset pictures, loves enjoying some beers with the boys, and takes school very serious. Please welcome Chris Prucha.
Yeah, we're a big romance guy. Taking him to the beach.
Or walking.
Romance.
Yeah.
And finally, he makes sure his ankles are taped each game to deal with the bend he has, loves homecoming at the University of Guelph, and had a brief OJHL Development League cup of coffee. Please welcome Calan Tanzi-Foshay.
Attaboy.
All right, so we're going to get right into things here, boys. First question, before we get started into some of the tougher questions here. Tough day in the hockey world recently. Colby Cave of the Edmonton Oilers passing away tragically. I'm going to go to each of you now to share your thoughts you had when you woke up on that Saturday to hear that news.
Who's starting?
Anyone.
Is this live? Is this live or what?
Yeah, anyone can jump in here, boys.
All right. Well, obviously it's unfortunate to hear. Like at such a young age, you never want to hear something happen, but like that. But obviously, there's not much we can do about it, and just give our prayers out to the friends and family of Kobe. And I don't know, best of luck to the family.
Yeah, I didn't know too much about him until I woke up and I saw it, and I did some research on it, and it was kind of shitty to see like the kind of guy he was, and like. He stuck up for his teammates. He was an enforcer type of guy. He always had the backs of his teammates, and then to lose a guy like that's even tougher. So, yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, pretty upsetting. Waking up hearing that news. Never want to hear that.
Yeah, for sure. And now, each of you all played for the Air Centennials Junior C Club last season. Take us through how each of your seasons went and thoughts you had when it came to an end the way it did for some of the other teams of the league. Obviously, you guys had been eliminated at that point, but how tough was it to see really any hockey in general just get taken out at that point?
I mean, it was pretty upsetting, I guess. You don't want the season to end on those type of circumstances. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe leave this to us.
We got eliminated, so it's not like
I'm not too hurt personally because we got kicked out, but it is obviously shitty for the other boys who worked hard to get there and then they had to cut short. But I don't know.
It was a good season for us. Like we didn't really have many regrets, and for it to end the way it did, like it was a tight series. It could have gone either way, but yeah, it's definitely unfortunate for those guys that probably had dreams of winning a schmaltz and stuff. Like especially the OAs on those good teams in the PJ that were still left, and then for it to end the way it did, and then they're not going to get another year. That's shitty for them, and I kind of felt for those guys, but.
Yeah, and they didn't even know it was happening. Yeah. It's kind of the worst part.
For sure. Now we're in what seems like day 1,000 of quarantine. Where are each of you right now for quarantine, and what are some of the things that you guys are doing to keep busy?
Well, just in my bedroom all day, every day, playing COD.
I usually get like a 5,000 puck challenge in.
Yeah, I do 100% a night before bed.
I've been focusing on my backhander a lot.
Yeah. Since I'm in my garage, practicing my backhand toe, trying to become a skill guy.
A lot of raw eggs in my shakes.
A lot of gluten.
Yeah, lots of
The Air Centennials recently announced the club will be the newest GOJHL team. How happy are you guys to see the Great 10 of Air receive a Junior B franchise?
Yeah, seriously. Well,
I mean, it's good for the organization. I'm happy for them, but it's a
good
little
for the
upsetting. It was a great year. I wish we could have played there for the next 3 years, but it's the way it goes.
Yeah,
I'm happy to play for Paris. It should be a fun season.
Yeah, I guess I'm same as Foch. It's good for the town, good for the team, good for Halsey as our coach, and you know that he wants to go up. He wants to become a better coach, I guess. So,
Halsey is
I
a
don't
great
know.
coach, yeah.
But yeah, as unfortunate as it is that we're not playing there anymore, we're happy to be part of Paris Mounties.
Yeah, it's bittersweet, but I'm definitely confident that they'll do well because they have a good coaching staff there, and it's a good town, great community. They love hockey, and I have no doubt they'll succeed at that level, and might be where they're meant to be. So.
Absolutely. Now, tough questions out of the way. We're going to have some fun here with the boys. The three of you are great friends. Anyone jump in here to start this off? How did the friendship for you guys kind of start, and what did it mean for you three to reconnect when playing in the air this year?
Well, I mean, me and Ro kind of grew up together, and Chris was kind of the tag along, you know. We just met up with we have known each other through hockey and through get-togethers, partying, and it was nice to get really close this year, playing hockey together and going to school kind of together.
Yeah.
I still don't really like Chris. We had to so it kind of just happened that way. But
Yeah, it got hard becoming friends with Ro. Couldn't go anywhere to eat because the guy fucking
gluten free.
Jesus, but
me and Ro ate mucho burrito. I think every single night for dinner we would go and eat a bowl, and then
we have a few bowls that night.
Yeah, eat a bowl.
Go back to our room, watch some movies.
Yeah, no, I don't know. A couple years of kicking the shit out of Foch in single A, and then was able to. Yeah, okay. First Ontario, not a big deal.
Brown.
Yeah, you got carried by Jay Brown.
Nah, we'll see.
Now, what are some of the activities you guys would do together during the season, and did all of you live close enough to be able to hang out all the time?
Well,
a lot of circles.
Me and Ro lived 6 feet apart from each other. One bed was on one half of the room, and the other was on the other half of the room. So I don't think there were any times where we weren't together. I don't know. Chris lived 30 minutes down the highway. So basically, we'd pick him up for practice and games, and we'd go and hang out at his place after. Then me and Ro would drive home to our place.
Yeah, every weekend I was in Guelph, but
you hated it though. If you
asked, you didn't hate it.
You were still there every weekend.
I let him sleep in my bed for the first month, and then I realized it was a single bed, and I made him sleep on the floor for the rest of the year.
Didn't enjoy that, but I don't know. Ups and downs. Let's put it that way.
What is the best memory you guys have of your friendships from over the years, from either playing against each other or just hanging outside of hockey or anything like that?
I would say,
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this over live.
That one night.
I started getting a bunch of ones over.
I don't know.
That one night when we went to the chainsaw and came back.
Oh, my birthday.
That apartment was probably one of the funnest nights.
Yeah, on my 19th birthday, we went downtown Waterloo and did some karaoke.
That was a good time. Yeah. And even when Amherst wasn't bad.
Oh, Amherst.
Well, it had its ups and downs too.
Halloween party.
Homecoming. Yeah.
Yeah, there helps Guelph.
Some lighting issues.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Now, funniest boots and hearts moment you guys remember from the years attending. Rosie, you had fun.
I don't remember.
You might not remember that year.
Yeah, I might let these guys take that one.
I'm not.
I don't know. I think maybe walking Ro to the med tent was pretty fun.
Yeah.
In the four-wheel.
Seeing two of everything the entire weekend. Maybe looking up after a 30-second blackout, looking up and seeing Foch.
Maybe when Quinn Hughes stole our beers. I don't know.
Yeah. What a beauty that guy is.
Yeah.
One who spills the beers, the other rinses your buddy's your best
Wow.
friend's sister.
Wow.
So,
Right on live. Right on live.
yeah.
Okay.
It's that kind of call.
Okay.
Wish I knew that earlier.
Yeah.
What's the funniest text any of you have received from someone that's in the group call here that you kind of had to kind of go back and look at and have a good laugh at later on?
I think Rose
when I'm already on the road and Chris hits me with that, can you pick me up? That's always
or when we tell Chris we're in his parking lot for 10 minutes and he's coming and he takes like 20, 25.
I was just gonna say, maybe when Rose says here and I walk down and I'm waiting out there by myself and there's no car out front.
We know Chris because for the first month, Chris, we'd say we were here, we'd wait for 20 minutes, then we'd text you saying we're here 20 minutes before we even got there.
I know, it's a joke. No, I don't know. That's probably about it.
Yeah.
Who's the
I'm not a big text guy.
Who's the messiest either in their dorm room when you guys are hanging out or at the rink?
Who's the what?
Messiest.
Oh,
The messiest.
Oh, Chris's stall.
My
Chris's
stall, maybe.
was brutal. All year, the coaches and the team were getting after him, and he never cleaned it up. We only had two rookies, so none of them would really clean for us.
Yeah, I kind of soaked a couple fines. But at the same time, I shared a 1.5 stall with Erdl, and he made the mess most of the time. So can't really blame that on me. I throw my iced coffees out.
Best and worst video game player on the team?
I am the best at Chell out of us three.
Oh my God.
The worst, but I can still pull off a win.
Ro doesn't play Ro plays the least and he upsets us sometimes, but
yeah. I don't know though. I don't know if I'd let Foch take number one. I think
Chris, I think in Chell I'd take you, man. I think we might have to play a game right now on this Zoom.
On this Zoom live stream.
Yeah.
No,
Chris can't even afford Chell 20.
Oh.
7-game series. It's definitely going to game 7 with me and Foch. That's all I can say. I don't know.
Man, I don't even. Okay, your confidence isn't as good as mine because I don't think it would go game 7.
Rosie's just over there laughing, but in reality,
Ro is more of just a hop. If we're all hanging out, Ro just kind of hopped on sometimes.
He definitely loses to Mike Grinnell. He loses 20 nothing NHL players, so that's probably not a big accomplishment he wants there.
Yeah.
Cheapest who would never want to put the bank card out when you guys went out for meals. Was there anyone here that would kind of do that? Would pull up his nasty a little bit or try and go to the washroom when the bill was coming?
I wouldn't say that. I'd say all of us probably soaked $100 nights all the time, unfortunately.
We're just all retarded sometimes, and end up having to soak.
We didn't save our money very well
here and there. But
yeah, there's been a couple Ubers and a couple bills that I've just added up for. I think
there's been a couple of Sunday mornings like, where did all my money go?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I went to the ATM twice and I got nothing.
So the drives to Sunday morning practices were kind of just us.
Don't have enough money for the drive-through because of the weekend.
Yeah. Now, who has the best luck with girls when you guys head to the bars?
I know who has the worst luck.
Yeah, I do too. I know Chris has the lowest standards, but
come on!
Wow,
I wouldn't say luck.
We're all 7s.
That's aggressive. That's aggressive. Yeah, we're all 7s.
We're all 7s.
We're all 7s.
Why is it matter?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think we've all.
It depends if the beer goggles are on or not, host.
Yeah, we've all strapped the beer goggles on.
We've all been there, done that.
Yeah.
So it's not just one of us. We've all taken hits. I think.
I think at the end of the day, the worst ones are the best ones.
All right, now
you got a point.
How about best suit style? I have to throw an honorable mention to Kobe Rowe a couple of years ago in Aurelia when he walked in with a Nike hat that didn't fit his head and off-white shoes that still had the tag on them on a day that everyone else is wearing suits, and I think you were wearing not even suit pants even with that. Like, nothing about that outfit was dress worthy, but you somehow thought it was.
I used to just do that to piss off Lenny for the most part.
I don't think anybody can match Roe's style. Chris will come over and steal a new sweater every single day.
Yeah, seriously, that guy's one of the best.
I gotta compensate. So
one of one of the best closets I've ever looked inside of. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I would definitely every once in a while could pull off a suit and let the boys know that I have it.
Down to the game. Chris usually came to the game actually looking better than we did.
Yeah, Chris did.
I wanted to look good in playoffs.
Our effort was lacking.
Player to hang with his girlfriend or a girl ahead of the boys?
Oh.
Well, Rose the only one with a girlfriend.
I'm the only one with a girlfriend, so it's kind of tough. I'm not.
I mean, but the girlfriend wasn't really around well,
but
so that wasn't really an issue.
But like, if we like, you could also change that question to like who gets like bothered by his girlfriend the most, or while he's with the boys. And it you saw me before. I could say that before was with Gracie, eh?
Oh.
You know that guy fucking.
I think the best was when Rosie put on his fucking Instagram story before he left, should I dump the girlfriend when I leave? And had a poll on his Instagram story.
Talk, she lost.
Yeah, she lost. Like everyone was voting dump her.
Wasn't able to go through with it though.
Ro went through with it a few times, and then I don't know. He kind of
got. I have too big of a heart.
He caved. Yeah, that's what it is.
Too nice of a guy.
Sure, Cass would agree.
I hope it's not get posted.
I still remember waking up one morning and getting a phone call 8 hours later telling Ro was in Buffalo. We had no idea where he was.
Oh yeah, I thought the kid got kidnapped.
You guys thought he got like abducted.
Me and Chris went out for the night. Me and Chris went out for the night, and I guess Ro had something going on. He stayed in. So we all slept in my room, in our room, and then the next morning, me and Chris are still sleeping. We wake up, Ro's gone, doesn't answer his phone till like 7 p.m. We have no idea where he is, and
thought that I'm in Buffalo tech.
Yeah, we figured it. We figured it out.
Somehow the guy's phone must have been on like airplane mode or something because we were texting him from like 10 o'clock to like 6 o'clock.
How'd you get across the border? Like how that ended up happening? Out of me. How about that party at your house that you had a couple of years ago, Rosie? Who threw up on the curtains? Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
Coach was there. I know Prucha wasn't there, but that
wasn't a very successful night.
That was not a good night.
There was more damage than there was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that was Lajwa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prucha, I walked into this kid's house and someone threw up on his curtains like 2 minutes before I got there, and everyone's just trying to.
All over the carpet.
Yeah.
It was red wine too. That was not coming out.
Oh, that's disgusting. That red wine makes it bad.
Yeah.
Probably smelt it.
Who's the most likely to forget an item of their gear when you guys gotta go on the road to bring your gear?
Oh,
let them finish the question, boys.
Chris is very forgetful.
I think Fo showed half of that and he knew it.
I don't know. I guess you could throw that under me, or maybe Johnny Mac or Johnny.
Oh, J Mac, yeah.
He forgot
his skates.
Johnny forgot his skates.
Elbow pads.
And his elbow pads.
And elbow pads.
In one game.
He played with socks on his elbow.
Game one
and different skates.
And different skates, not even his skates.
And he was my
size
line
too
mate.
big.
It was painful.
Yeah, but definitely me out of us three. I think I'm pretty forgetful, leaving my shit everywhere all the time. So.
Now, what are some of the great memories that you guys remember from this season that you can go through now that were just some of the best memories that you'll carry on for years from now?
I don't know. Probably going to Holmesy's house all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some good team get-togethers.
We had a lot of good get-togethers. Our coaches sometimes, we'd have team parties. Our coaches would come, shoot the shit with us. It was a good time.
There were some good Thursday night dollar beers rips.
Yep.
And some good rips at the shop, I guess, after the games in air with the coaches.
Abe and Herb. We'd always we'd go to a local bar in air. And we'd rent out the basement, play some pool.
Yeah.
Now, if anyone billeted on the team who had the hottest billet sister, anyone on the team that had the hottest sister, Rosie's age limit kind of goes up and down a little bit here for this one, so it doesn't matter for him. But
who had the best sister?
Nobody billets.
I don't want to say it. He beat me up.
All those sisters.
Malt.
Shiva.
I'm not gonna say it. He's a big defenseman. He's pretty scary.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. That's who I think you're talking about.
Oh, you know what, Pisey?
I guess he'd never see this, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They didn't bring him around too much.
No, the boys didn't really have sisters. Maltz was the only sister who came, and our 21-year-olds, Matt Patton on our team was pretty interested.
And Erdo would let him know about it too.
Erdo would let him know. So I guess Maltby.
Yeah, or Pisey.
Wherever that guy is. Maltz, 69 points in the PJs. He is God. He's McDavid.
No, he's probably the best hockey player I've ever seen play.
Wow.
Like,
For sure, and some of the games this year, you guys played some tough teams, but you guys also played Delhi, who didn't even win a game this year. So how fun were those games? A little bit,
those games. Those games were point nights. We'd win. The scores would be like 20-0 in those games. It wasn't really even a hockey game.
You could say it was fun, but like
it wasn't at the same time. It was a waste of a night.
You play the first period, everyone gets like a goal, and it's just like, oh, this is fun, and then it's just like, I want to go home. Like,
and then
once it's 10-0, you realize like it's Saturday night and you're playing a house league team, and
Bendamo is 6 points
rather than hanging out with the boys.
Yeah, you always got to throw a good celly in after the 17th or 18th, though.
Roe did that,
especially in their barn.
I think Rose scored with like 2 minutes left in the game, the 17th goal, and threw in a big celly. It
was 17-1 in their barn.
Just to let the fans know.
He's pulling the Yakub off, sliding on both knees to set ice, and then fans look at the score, it's 17-1. Like, what's this kid doing?
Yeah.
Now, a couple more here before we wrap things up. What was your favorite memory for each of you when you had some of your buddies come down to visit you guys there where you guys were living? What were some of the great stories that you can share when the boys came down to see you all?
I think when Travis Sawyer came down, he'd live with us for about a week at a time, and so it kind of felt like he was just permanently living with us.
That would talk about getting old quick.
Yeah. I don't know. Kuznick was pretty funny. He got
watch your mouth.
He got finessed a few times at the bars and the Rippers.
Believe it or not. Yeah. Oh yeah, talk about having to soak a couple bills for some guys.
Yeah, Kuznick. We should tell that story.
Kuznick sent some like that to me.
Yeah.
Jay Brown had some good times too. Jay Brown him down.
When Jay Brown came down and we went to traps.
He came down and we got into traps one time, and my goggles were pretty thick that night.
Yeah, Chris is actually
you were on a mission.
Funny night. It was actually probably the best memory was sneaking Brownie into traps. We somehow got him in.
I don't know if that was the best memory, man. That was a mish. Was
a mish.
Courtesy of my wristband.
Seriously. Yeah. I paid like $30 in just getting into the bar.
Yeah, me too.
For traps, it was brutal.
And it didn't pay very well, Chris, because at the end of the night,
it wasn't worth $30.
She should have been paying you $30.
Should have been buying me drinks.
I still have a video if anyone wants to see.
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, that one needs to get deleted for sure. Now, for the guys that attend universities here, how hype is going to see those universities play hockey games if you guys went to see any of those? I know Guelph had a gross team this year and stuff, so how exciting is it to be able to attend the schools you guys do and see how great the sports are there that you can start playing after your careers are done here in Junior C?
Unfortunately, most of our games were the same nights as Guelph. Like what was that? Frosty Mug
was Thursday night, which is the same as our home game.
Frosty Mug was a Thursday night when we have home games, but it was pretty sweet. It's pretty packed. That rink gets pretty big, right? Pretty busy, quick.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my regrets from the year was probably not going to see them more.
Yeah.
Hockey team, especially since we had a good one. I kind of underutilized that. But no, definitely in the future, I'm looking forward to following them a bit more. And it is pretty cool to have a team that's that good right on campus. Like their rink was literally like 100 meters from our residence.
Yeah, we'd walk past it every single day, basically.
For sure. Well, thanks, boys, for hopping in here. It was a great time chatting with you guys, catching up with you guys, and I'm sure we'll see each other soon. Hopefully, when all this ends, we'll get together, have some memories for the summer for sure.
Yep. Thanks,
Yeah,
Hossack.
Absolutely.
See you, brother.